Alright, we got her all blasted up on the back side. See, maybe. And we're ready to fit her in here. And what we've done here, this is going to be tough to do with one hand. I can promise you that. So, let me get this fitted in here good. That's pretty close, but it's dropping. Let's be up on the edge. So, we're trying to make that edge and that edge face up. That's going to be my weld for my penetration. And so, it'll sit in there like that. I've got these edges beveled here to a V. And then same on this side. But I'm going to have to work with this a little bit and get it where I need to be before I tack it down. And it'll take two hands, so I'll bring you back. Alright, there it is. I got it tacked in. And I'm going to go ahead and grind these beads down. That way I can get some nice welds on this. And yeah, you can see I left a step here and then a step up here. This was advised to me by Kevin. And like I said, he does this a lot, so does this for pretty much for a living. So learned a lot. I appreciate it, Kevin. And yeah, once I start welding her up, I'll bring you back. Alright guys, there's the done deal. All boxed in, ground down, edges smoothed off. Pretty thin. Glad I boxed it. You get a little bit more strength. Yep, that's it. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is set the pan on it. Maybe take a tub and kind of see if I can mock it up just to see, but I still have to do that side. So. But looks like everything stayed straight and nice, so that's a good thing. I'm not sure if I have to. I'm almost assuming that I have to take some more of this edge off because that pan has to, or the wheel has to sit in there. Seems like that would get in the way, but I'm going to mock it up first and see what I got. So I'll bring you back. Not as much as I thought. That'll have to come down. So yeah, just a little bit more of that ear will have to come off there. Alrighty. Well, it fits nice though. It's real nice. Alright, so here's what we got. I went ahead and put this back in. And again, guys, this, Kevin, you're a freaking genius, dude. I don't know how else to say it. These, way better than tech screws or sheet metal self-tappers or whatever. Man, I'll never, I mean, there's some places you have to do that. I get it. There's some places you just have no choice. But if you have a choice, that's the way to go. Anyway, so yeah, I mocked this back up under there, so now I've got to cut this off, and I'll probably just do it right there with my air saw or Sawzall or something. Just come right on down through there, right next to it, and just use it as a pattern. Yeah, and I gotta see how much of this I've got to take off. I don't think I leave any of this because that plate wouldn't fit right, so I bet I gotta cut most of that out of there. And that's my bump stop area, where it bolts up here. I think that's gonna end up coming right down along those rails. So I'll do some double checking on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna have to happen in order to put those closeout plates on there. So, yep. And of course this still has to come out. So that'll take most of that out. So, yeah, it's all pinned down and in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and at least cut that one off. I know that one pretty much for sure. I may have to do a little bit of homework on this one to make double check, but I'm pretty sure that's got to come out of there. You see that radius right there? That's what I'm talking about. It probably has to come straight because that closeout plate is flat. That closeout plate's going to come right up against that, so it pretty much has to come out. Otherwise, it'd kick it out at an angle like that, and that wouldn't work. So, but yeah, that closeout plate will go right up in there like that. Come back. Man, this is, I mean, honestly, for me, I mean, not everybody is doing this to their car, but this is so much easier. I can sit in a chair and roll around and mock everything up and get it just where I need it, you know, can see it from the top and the bottom and the sides and everything else. Whereas if you're laying under your car doing it, it's going to be a little more, I would think, a lot more difficult actually. But like I said, this is pretty extreme. You know, I had to replace everything, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. Frame rails were bent and everything else, so. But gonna be all new now. So, all right, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these off, and we'll bring you back in a bit. Just a little bit right through here. I'll grind this back to where that's flush with that. That should make that closing plate right on up in there good. Come back like that. I don't know exactly why they put such a long tail on this one. I don't know that all that's necessary. I really only need it to maybe right there, I'm guessing, to make that just smooth. There's no reason for, I wouldn't think, that for that to go behind there, but I'll double check, because you know how that goes. You'll hack this off and I'll be like, oh shit, because that's the way I like to do things. Twice, remember, or re-weld something that I freaking jacked up. But that's how we learn. So yeah, all right, get to hacking on the other side. Alright, I think we got this where we want it. Pretty close fit. Needs to be pulled down a little tighter here and there, but other than that, it looks pretty good. The good thing I'm thinking now about this little piece is I can literally take this off and scribe the back, because I've got to pop holes through this piece here to plug weld to whatever areas I can in here, which will probably be this edge here and down and around. So that'll be pretty nice to be able to scribe that line and then be able to do my plug welds, because normally if that's on there you won't have that option. You pretty much got to just measure down and say, okay, it's going to be this many inches here and whatever, which is fine, but just makes it a little easier on me, I guess. Well, I figured I'd mock it up real quick and see how it's going to look. I'm not sure I don't think I have my tires where they're supposed to be. I think the tires are probably supposed to go forward a little bit more, but I could be wrong. And trying to set those in there where they're supposed to be, I'm kind of guessing looking off my other car. So they may go down a little bit more forward, or I'm not real sure. This seems to be pretty well lined up with these tabs, and that's kind of where the spot welds were on those, where they welded to the trunk pan. So my guess is that is right. Then you can see the clearance in here, but like I said, this tire may actually go forward because it doesn't look very centered in this tub, so it looks like it needs to, I got this big block down here holding it, but it looks like it needs to go forward a little bit more, which actually would be good because it'd give a little bit more clearance. And everything's just propped in there. This one, same, but I have a bar under there, so that whole thing is going to move that way just a little bit more. Like the whole floor pan will actually move that way just a little bit more because I've got that bar and it's holding it out. I have it, this bar in here, I haven't boxed that in because I was trying to make sure that that was going to clear like it's supposed to, which it looks like it will. Of course, I'm going to have more room than that, and I think that, again, the tire will go forward a little bit more. But I don't know for 100%, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and box that and kind of go from there. These are those 345 tires, so I doubt I'd be able to fit anything that big. I'd like to, but kind of wishful thinking at this point, because without stretching the quarter panels, I don't know if they'll fit underneath there. But yeah, it would be freaking sweet. That is some serious freaking meat underneath those. And there's no way I've got that much clearance, so that's why I'm wondering. I mean, this is a lot of clearance. I mean, so I don't know. Let's see what this looks like. Sitting there. gives you, prefer to let that go because it actually wouldn't fall. I need something to hold it up. Come on, man. Come on, man. That'll work. Okay, so yeah, like I said, that you can see now the wheel needs to come forward quite a bit. But I've got about a 1/2 inch on the back side of this wheel on the tire, and so you see how much I have up here, but this is why I would bring it out this way and then come down, or bring it out just a little bit to clear these tires. And then of course this is going to have to be taken out, but that's going to come down if I'm thinking right, because this is going to mesh up against the bottom of the quarter, so that actually is going to sit down lower than what it is, so the tire would actually tuck up in there more, which gives me a little bit less clearance here. So yeah, this is definitely going to have to be modified to where it just comes out and then comes down and follows the contour of the inside of that. And then cutting this flange off in here. Of course, this isn't, I mean, things are just sitting in place, so. But yeah, right now that would come down and probably hit that tire, so I'll have to figure something out. But we'll, once we get it all put together and kind of in a permanent place, and I get everything kind of welded in where it's going to stay, that'll give me a whole lot better idea of what needs to happen. So hey, my battery's getting ready to die, but anyway, yeah, there you go. So pretty crazy. All right, see you guys.